the first one was kind of beneficial for you, or very beneficial for you, as it was for us. The first thing we definitely want to hit on is what?
Patience.
Being still in the heat. Like, that's for me. I had to put that on there. Only because...
In the heat of the moment?
Yeah, because I'll be ready to go.
Okay, so for me, patience is waiting for God to do it instead of me trying to do it.
That's a good one, too.
Like, I sit here and I try to be the one to make it right and all this stuff, and forcing the situation, and kind of messing it up more for you and that person, instead of just saying, you know what, let me step away from this situation and let God handle it. Sometimes God wants you to step away from that situation, and because your focus was lost at a point in time, and you just don't want that patience. And God's like, listen, let me do this. Let me get you something better. Let me get you back to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you focus more on me, and then I give you what you need. And I think sometimes I'd be like, God, you taking too long. Let me take over the situation so I can get my man.
See,
and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely see. It's been different for me recently, only because, like I said, I've been really challenging myself to, you know, really be still and only move. And this doesn't even go for my love life. This goes for everything that's going on in my life right now. Just really understanding to just be still. And like you said, waiting for God to move you and give you the okay, or open that door to let you know, like, hey, walk through it. It's okay to walk through this one, and I want you to be able to know that this is the right move for you. So definitely want to make sure you do practice that, because as you're being patient with somebody, it's important for them to be patient with you also, because we're not perfect, you know. I'm not going to sit here and talk to Rebecca and act like this is something like we have all the answers, because we don't. Like, we constantly say we are growing, and this is why we want to share our experiences as girlfriends, because, you know, it's hard.
It's not perfect, and relationships require time.
It's
you know, just loving someone is all about choice. Every day you choose to love somebody. Because you know, it's so easy to say, okay, I'm going to go out here tomorrow and dude's going to holler at me, even though I know I'm in a situation, and I'm just going to take his number, or I'm going to just start talking to this guy. No. Loving somebody every day. You choose to love somebody. You get up in the morning and say, no, not you. You know, babe, you know, you call her, you put in the effort. Everything is choice.
Or just, you know what, just really, the whole consistency part, and like you said, putting in the choice, putting in that effort to work, is very important, because I know for me, you know, starting off in a situation, you're texting me like, hey, how you doing, throughout the day. And now, because it's becoming very consistent, it changes. I mean, like, the relationship has become very consistent. So now people get comfortable in relationships.
Do you think that it's because, you know, I was in my latest relationship, I was thinking, you know what, I started doing things like so much for that person, where I didn't give them opportunity to say, you know what, I miss her. I was always just doing things, always around, never gave room for, you know, it was just every day was the same thing, to the point where that person was just like, I already know you're coming back. I already know we're going to talk about it.
That's my problem. Like, people don't understand. It's a choice. Because just like how, you know, you're choosing not to act a certain way, I can do the same thing too, but because my heart is open and I'm like wanting to work on what we are building and creating our foundation, I choose to do things to continue to make you happy, and it should be the same vice versa. And that's why I say we have to be able to compromise and meet in the middle and understand the person that we're with. That's why I say understanding, because I'm a person, I like affection, I like attention, that's just me, but I also give those things too. It's not me just taking, like, I give those. So I feel like, treat people how you want to be treated. So if I know you had a rough day at work, you know, or you had a rough day the day before, I'm going to make sure I text you the next day and say, hey babe, you know, I really want to make sure, like, you had a rough day yesterday, but keep pushing forward today, and keep understanding that you are good at what you do, and those things. And we need those things too for ourselves.
The words of affirmation, the, you know, valuing and things like that. But it's funny, when do you, if you're not getting that back, when do you say, hey, I can't do this no more, or I'm checking to do something?
That's why it's important to know when to stop the investment in your time, because we can't get that back.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you got to make sure that you know the difference. And it's like, hey, I know that I tried. As long as you know that you did what you had to do. I know that I tried. I know I put in the effort. I know that I even, you know, waited. I put myself out there. I gave 100% of me, and it still wasn't enough. I gotta go.
Yeah.
And I gotta go. There's somebody out there who really wants
Exactly. That's what I'm
that you
saying.
are
And
offering.
I think that's what comes with the whole thing. Okay, keeping your heart open, just moving right along to our next topic, keeping your heart open and knowing that it's okay to walk away from certain situations so you can gain the experience and what you learned in that particular relationship and the growth, so mature and be better in your next one. And that's why we don't want to become bitter, and we don't want to become sad and depressed and thinking that love is not out there, because it is. Like, God did not make us to be alone. Like, that's not even what we were created
And love
for.
is the highest form, which is God, and God is love. So I think that love is always going to be something beautiful. And even if you love somebody, or even if whatever, it's not by mistake. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, people like, I ain't mean to love him like that. Why God had me? No, loving somebody is not wrong.
It's not.
That's not wrong. And just because you love them doesn't mean you have to be with them. And then it goes back to keeping your heart open. Coming from a situation where you probably were hurt or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean that you got to go and start something right quick, or whatever, with just such a bitter heart. Take some time. But even if you're gonna start something new with anybody or whatever, make sure that your heart is still open. You're not going in there like, the last man done tried it, so I'm gonna look at you through these. This is all you get from me.
Walls is all the way up here.
No, don't hold my hand. No, he called me too much. You complain about all these things, and you're just such a bitter person, where your heart is so closed and you don't even know how to open up. You have to make sure that your heart is guarded from those kind of situations.
But what do you do when you're in a relationship or you're trying to build something with someone who they're putting their past on you? That's not fair.
Okay,
but you want to work with them, and you want to build, and you want to get through it. And
but like I said, if it's constant, if you knew you tried and you've done your best, and the person is still bringing their past as an excuse,
it's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
Ladies, gents, it's not acceptable. You cannot. Why do I have to suffer for what someone else does? I don't even know that person, first off. I don't know their background. This is me and you here. So why do I have to suffer for something that had nothing to do with me? Because if that's the case, I wouldn't be in nothing.
And then why are you out here trying to be with people when
if you're not ready?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna ask that question one more time. Why are you out here trying to be with people when you know you're not ready? You know what I'm saying? That's where we have to step in and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna take this. I know that I don't need to be hurt for somebody who's not ready. I don't need to force somebody. I don't need to keep pushing this onto somebody. I'd rather be alone than just in a sad, depressed, constantly working, constantly thinking about the situation. I bring it to my job. I bring it to any situation that I'm at. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, so keep your heart open. Don't let these past situations, don't bring that into your next relationship.
What you got going on for yourself and your personal growth. Because sometimes that can be straining too. You're working so hard to grow yourself personally, and then you involve yourself with someone else who's not mature and who's at a standstill in their growth. Don't let that hinder you from what you have going on, because that has nothing to do with you. You just know that's your intuition and your discernment telling you, okay, it's time to move on to the next.
With that being said, keep your heart open, ladies, and we're gonna go on to our best friend shout out.
This is my favorite part, because I really, really love my friends. Like, we go through these relationships, but who do we vent to? Our girlfriends, our homeboys, whoever it is that you vent to. You have to have those people in your life, the positive ones. So make sure you have people in your ear that actually, we may all be going through the same experiences, but at least have somebody keeping you motivated to be positive and keep your heart open, like we're trying to do. We go through our relationships, but we also tell each other too, like, girl, it's gonna be okay, girl, it's gonna be all right. This is just a test. Just keep it moving. So, who you shouting out today, Miss Rebecca?
I want to give a shout out to my sister, Melinda.
Hey, Melinda.
You have been, a rock in my life, since birth. What's up? But I'm really proud of you. You're doing your thing right now. You got a promotion at work. You're holding down a lot of things as a wife, and getting your career together, getting your latest degree and things like that. So I'm proud of you, babe. I love you so much.
Great job.
Love you, sis.
Yay. Okay, so my circle is very small, but it's growing because I've meeting a lot of great new people. But the person I definitely want to shout out right now, it would have to be Miss Rebecca. Because I love her.
You're gonna make me cry.
Girl, don't cry, girl. Drop things up. But no, seriously, she's been doing an amazing job, y'all. Like, she has really been staying strong. She's been fighting through some things, but she's been keeping it together. We're here talking to you right now, and I'm very proud of her. She's in school. She's rocking it out with her blog and everything. I'm just so proud of her. So,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So that is my best friend shout out for today. We definitely want to just say thank you again for everything and all your support. And I definitely have a lot of things going on in my life too. I have the Butterfly Effect. I have Flora Social Club, which is a great networking social club here in Charlotte now. And we have an event February the 25th at Pisces Sushi Lounge. So if you want to come out, please do check out Eventbrite for those that information for that.
Yes, that event sounds like it's going to be really great. And so what is it about? You said it's going to be like a...
It's themed around Valentine's Day. I called it Quick Connections. So it's supposed to be like a speed dating thing. However, if it doesn't end up turning out like that, I just want people to come out and make those quick connections and network and just laugh, have a good time, and just meet people and come and enjoy half-off cocktails, all those great things. So yeah, come stop by and check it out.
Be sure to check it out on Eventbrite. What's the name again?
That's going to be called Quick Connections.
Quick Connections on Eventbrite. Make sure you check it out. And if you're in the North Carolina area, definitely stop by for some good networking or even a quick connection.
Yay.
So, yeah, that's the end of our relationship segment, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And leave your suggestions and your comments down below because we do look at them and we're so grateful for all of our viewers. So thank you again. And until next time.
Until next time, remember, we're growing and we want to watch you guys grow.
And help you grow to help us grow.
Okay? Exactly. So thank you guys so much for watching. Us girls, guys. Bye.